The playoffs are here. You guys have seen the awards, you've seen the stats, you've seen it all, and you saw the Toronto Raptors beat us in a really disappointing game. But besides that, you're ready for the playoffs. In the first round, we're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, but there's one little thing that makes that team a little bit different. Now, look, I'm gonna be honest, I never want to wish an injury on a player, but there was one guy that you told me had to be injured for the Timberwolves. Karl-Anthony Towns is probably the guy. Now, he's out for 1 to 2 weeks, so we're probably not going to see him this series. I don't know if he's going to try to pull a Willis Reed and play injured through this one, but if we don't see him, Charles Bassey should have a monster series. Now, a lot of you guys are giving me feedback on how I should run my rotation, and I'm telling you guys now, we are running a 9-man rotation to the playoffs, so the comments, you guys should hopefully be happy now. Now, Ja Morant at point, Harris LeVert at shooting guard, Ingram at small forward, McDaniels at power forward, Charles Bassey at center. Nothing really changed there. You guys know the deal on the lineup. Off the bench, we got no Dwight Powell-Slander as our first guy off. We have Nico Mannion, who has been playing incredible as a rookie. Really happy with how he's played. Bruno Fernando at our 8 guy, our backup center. Damian Dotson, who has been incredible at small forward off the bench in a lot of different situations. And then we're going to have basically at 10, 11, 12, and 13. We're going to have those guys there. Kevon Looney is on the bench at the moment. He is injured for about 1 to 2 more weeks, so we'll probably find maybe a little bit of playing time, but I don't really know who he competes with, so I would imagine he slides ahead of Graham. Weatherspoon will probably play some. He's getting back into the groove a little bit, but our 9-man rotation, that's what it is. Here we are, a home game in the playoffs, man. I'm so hyped right now. I could not be more excited. We'll let Ja go out here, get the ball out here to Brandon. Brandon goes away from the screen. Karl-Anthony Towns is actually playing. How is he fighting through the injury? Good hands there. Ja here running the break. He's got his boy Brandon Ingram going in, trying to get that and one. He's got it. I know we've only seen like 2 possessions so far, but the way we're playing at the moment, this is a good news for us. Now we got Ingram on Mr. Andrew Wiggins. It should be a tough matchup for him. I thought about switching McDaniels on him, but I think Ingram can play solid defense. He obviously got killed by Kawhi, and no disrespect here, Andrew Wiggins is not Kawhi Leonard, so I don't really feel too scared there. Great defense, no way he hits that. Karl-Anthony Towns got the rebound, though. We're trying to guard him. He goes out to the corner. Got a feeling Wiggins is going to miss that one, too. How lucky can we get? Now, Harris LeVert out here posting up. He's going to posture up for the 3 to clink it. I know a lot of you guys have been wondering off the question I asked in the last video. Vernon Carey. Nice to meet you. As I was saying, a lot of you guys wanted to know how many games are we basically going to be playing, and honestly, the answer to that is a whole lot. We're going to play every single game in every single series. If it gets boring, we'll skip through it, but for the most part, these should be competitive games. Oh God, we left Andrew Wiggins wide open. I mean, that dude honestly cannot shoot. He's missed 2 wide open 3s so far today. Harris down low. Great vision, great finish. Minnesota's definitely ran a play that's left Andrew Wiggins open a couple of times, so we got to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. But Towns, even though he's injured, it's a good shot. Only a 2-point game right now. Minnesota's done pretty well. That 3 we gave up to Wiggins was obviously not the best, but yo, real talk, Towns is doing too much right now. John Henson with a good finish. Get the ball to Ja. Oh yeah, Ja all the way to the hoop. Get yourself some, young fella. How's the altitude up there? Well, one look at it here. Ja's gonna drive it in the right-hand baseline. Nice little dunk. Good block by McDaniels, man. Great help defense all around. You got Ingram out here running the break. Dwight Powell. No slander. Okogie's gonna pull up for the mid-ranger in traffic. That was tough. Minnesota has a really, really massive lead. We've struggled. Like, that's 100% for sure. And I'm just trying to get Karl-Anthony Towns in foul trouble. That should be number 3 on the game for him. That's big news. All right, big free throws for Ja again. We're down 9 points. Hasn't had the best night. He scored a little bit, but it just hasn't been enough so far. So the first free throw was good. I get the second one. At this point, every single point matters because we're in the playoffs. And he clanks the second free throw. So now things are getting dicey. Okogie's going to pull. Okay, I'll say has a little ballsy pulled up there for the 3 on the break. It's even worse throwing a bad turnover like that when we had no business turning it over. And Okogie gets that one to drop. He's the best player on the floor. 35 seconds left. Josh Okogie is the one guy that is dominating us. Like, it's not even close. He has been destroying the team. And with our best player here on the block, you gotta let him go to work. But he's clanking them. So about 10 seconds left here in the first half. Yeah, if they score here, it's a 10-point lead already. We're going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to Towns, it looks like. We got Bruno on him. Great defense. Better offense. I'm sorry, great defense, not good enough offense. We're going to walk in the second half down 10 points. Offensive woes have been huge. I need someone, anyone, to step up and hit some threes going into the second half. So in the first half, Josh Okogie had 14 points. He was the leading scorer for both teams. We didn't have anybody above like 6 or 7 points. I think Ja might have had the highest, but maybe Brandon Ingram. We have just struggled, and that dude has absolutely flourished. We're trying to stop him here. You can tell he's going to pull. 16 points for him so far. You also mentioned this guy shooting 78%. 7-8. It's kind of wild. I need Jaden McDaniels just to go ham, though. He's only got 7. He didn't add about 30 to that. Wiggins going in here on Towns. This is not good. We've got Brandon Ingram guarding him. He pulls up for a jumper, though, and honestly, that's bailing us out here. Trying to push it up a little bit. Ja's going to pull up for the mid-ranger. He's usually money there, and he gets it a drop. To cut into this lead, we've got to do 2 things. One, that's hit some threes, and 2, that is just play better defense. Our defense has just been atrocious, to be honest. Carey's trying to drive in. Got nothing here. I like the McDaniels on Carey matchup, though. He's been pretty devastating. We're going with the fadeaway here. Smooth as butter. The screen. Nico's got away to the bucket. And guys, someone made a shot finally. This game isn't completely over, but they are just making it incredibly difficult for us to come back. And when our guy just gets lost on screens, not much we can do. But we did end up getting lucky here. Nico making some good moves, going up. He's the one dude right now making shots. We got to keep him in. The lead is at 17, and the frustration is setting in right now, man. I don't really know what else we can do but get the ball to Nico Mannion and let the young fella cook. Is that 3 straight buckets for him? And honestly, the only dude that came to play right now, at least in the third quarter, is Nico Mannion. We just need some defense to be played because we have given up way too many points. And as I say that, Nico gives up 3. We've cut the lead to 16. It's not really all that good, to be honest. We've just been getting cooked. The team's not even at full strength, and they are still finding ways to destroy us. Great defense there by McDaniels. We need more of that right there. We got Ingram out here in the perimeter. Let him pull up. Probably a long 2. It's a long 2, but it still counts. Third quarter's winding down. It's a 14-point lead. Now, look, anything we could do, get the lead to 10 points and chip away at that point. Can't get it down to 10, obviously, at the end of this quarter, but got to do something. The row with Fernando. He's right in his face. No way he gets that. Great defense all around. Look, we ended the third quarter by cutting the lead down a few points. Gotta get it to 10, then to 8, then to 6, and then take this game over 1 possession at a time. Here we go. Starting the fourth quarter up. We gotta get some action. We're gonna try to start it off with Brandon Ingram pulling for 3. We need shots like that to fall if we're gonna win. Oh no. Dogging it back. Good recovery on defense. Comes back to try to get him. We get a lucky bounce and we got the ball back. Look, push that tempo. Make this team run. Uh-oh, Ja on transitions looking pretty solid. Got Brandon down low. Brandon goes up. He's going to miss. Look at this, Bruno. Looking like a backup center. 12-point game right now. They had a 19-point lead at one point. Here's where we are right now. Oh, my God. Wiggins is not that good. We know this. That's great defense. That's excellent defense. How did he get his own rebound? Someone explain that. Apparently, Andrew Wiggins is the greatest offensive rebounder of all time. And he caught that through McDaniels' arms. Is Jaden McDaniels invisible? Is he a ghost? Was I not aware of that? 14-point lead. I need McDaniels to go off right now. McDaniels driving to the bucket. There we go, big fella. We need you to take over right now. 12-point game right now. We got to cut it down to 10 at this point. Great defense on Basley. No way he gets that one. We got the rebound, thankfully. The guys aren't invisible anymore. Ja trying to put in a little bit of work here. He's got a screen with the big fella. He's going to find him, Charles Bassey. Remember what basketball is. 6 points in the game for him. Solid. 10-point game right now. Wiggins, what you got? Hopefully not a lot. Ja, please get in front of your man. We had everyone there. 3 people around him, and he still got the rebound. Trying to lock in here. Wiggins is pulling up for 3. You got to be kidding me. This was a wild game. This is an 8 seed, and they came to our house, and they blew us out. And it just feels like one of those games where no matter what you did, 2K wouldn't let you win. Recapping the stats of what was ultimately an incredibly painful game. It's kind of weird also that Karl Anthony Towns got player of the game when he had 8 points, 22 rebounds. I get that he had 4 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks, but Shot 4 for 17, and he got player of the game, which is kind of weird. But Andrew Wiggins had 27 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 4 for 9 from 3, so solid for him. Josh Okogie's the guy that really killed us. 25 points for him off the bench, 11 of 16. Or to say much more. Darius Garland, 18 and 9. Asley, 15 and 12. Didn't have a monster game, but team just killed us somehow. When you look at our team, the only guy that really scored a lot for us was Brandon Ingram and Jaden McDaniels. See 21, 5, 3, 2, and 2 with 4 turnovers for Ingram. Not mad at how he played. He was the only guy that really had it going consistently the whole game. Jaden McDaniels, 18, 11, and 4 with 3 blocks and 2 turnovers. He didn't shoot very good. 8 for 21 from the floor, 2 for 3 from 3. Need the threes to be like that. Need the rest of his shooting to just be way better. Nico, though, was a bright spot off the bench. 17, 2, 3, and 2. Charles Bassey, 16 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and you can see the rest of the stats there. Only missed 1 shot today, which is huge. Ja, though, has to step up. 14 points. I can somewhat live with that, but only 4 assists and 9 turnovers. It's not the Ja Morant we're used to seeing. Let's just say that game number 1 didn't really go too well, so we're switching a couple things up, and honestly, one of those is going to be getting the ball to Ja Morant a whole lot more. We can drop the first 2 games in this series at home. We are the number 1 seed. If we lose this one, we're certified trash, and it's basically a wrap at that point. And Andrew Wiggins, we're switching Jaden on him, but it's not doing much. We're also going to notice that Nico Mannion is starting as shooting guard. Karis LeVert is on the bench, coming off as the 6th man. He's a very, very expensive 6th man, but honestly, we've got to do something because him in the starting lineup, he gave us nothing in that first game. Shot clock's winding down. JJ's got the ball. You know he's going to be shooting here. Great defense. 0 chance that goes in. Of course, they got the rebound, and then they're going to hit this 3. It's like clockwork. The hard part about Karis LeVert, too, is that he just didn't play any defense. I mean, dudes were killing him non-stop, and we're hoping that someone can play defense here, but it's not working at the moment. AJ Redick gets picked up on that screen. Nico's going in. That's why he's in the starting lineup today. Bounce down here. Looks still injured. Hand in his face. It's about as good as you can play on defense for him. Got Jaden down low. Easy money. We get on the block. We got to guard this dude so tight. So tight. And he still hits it. Let me just point out that Wiggins has 7 of the 9 points for Minnesota right now. I just honestly have no words. Go ahead, Nico. Ooh, you see the move? He doesn't finish it. This game is going slightly similar to how that first one went, and that's obviously not good for us right now. Got Dwight Powell in here trying to put in some work. Good move by Dwight Powell. Almost went out. Might have raged a little bit if that went out, but no Dwight Powell slander. The screen here for Ja. He's driving in. Going to get a miss there. Charles Bassey's there to follow it up with a good finish. Now this has been kind of unstoppable, man. It's so wild. The dude, it's like a sprained knee, I think, and he's still just unreal. Can we get you over there, Ja? Ja's supposed to be able to dodge screens, but he struggles at it. He finally missed a mid-ranger. They've hit so many of those in a row. 5 minutes left in here in the first half. Only down a couple. Look at that. Great use of the screen. Great pass fake out of the jump shot. Or jump shot fake, whatever you want to call it. It went in. And we're on a little bit of a run now. We got a 4-point lead. We've been playing solid. It's just, it feels like it's been taking so long to be able to get to this point. I don't want to ruin it though. So we're trying to make sure that we guard everybody. Look at Bassey jumping the passing lanes. Thank you. It's the first time that's happened, I feel like, ever. Don't want to force anything here. Set yourself up. Success. Get the ball in. Bruno. You'd have missed that. We'd have had some words. So we do have a lead. It's about 4 points. Andrew Wiggins, though, is back in the game. And he's 100% been our kryptonite, for being honest. With that screen here from Bassey. He's been setting monster screens all game long. The nice little bounce pass to him. Finish that one, big fella. Look at it one more time. A placement. Karis LeVert did something great. And we got a nice finish. Now he's trying to go in. Pulls up for the mid-ranger. He's going to clank that. Ja's out here running the break in transition. He's got good moves. He goes up on Wiggins. Where has Ja Morant been the past 2 months like this? He pretty much held JJ Redick for like only a couple of shots, and if we can keep him off from shooting threes, we'll be good. But they're going to probably run some plays for him sometime soon. This is like one of them. Verse making good defense. We're all up in his grill. Wow. That's all we got to say about that one. Minnesota is falling down right now, and I love it. This has been a run that we needed. I don't know where this was in game number 1, but our team is playing good defense. Karl Anthony Towns hasn't really been effective. Wiggins got in foul trouble or something earlier. I don't know what happened to him, but he was out of the game for a while. We were able to dominate without him. We've got a really bad mismatch right now. I don't really understand why Charles Bassey is guarding JJ Redick, but I'll take the results. Look, we can extend this a little bit more. An 11-point lead. I don't want to get too greedy just yet, though. Bassey setting up for that screen. Ooh. Got a nice little 11-point lead. Ingram's only got 4 today, but look, he's been solid when we've needed him to. Nico's been a little quiet. I'm going to let him pull for the mid-range. Needed that. Got a double-digit lead. It's almost halftime. I want to keep it double digits. I do not want to give up points here. That'll make me feel really good. I feel like we can tie the series up at 1-1 if we can hold a double-digit lead. We got to watch Andrew Wiggins, who's probably going to shoot this one and probably going to score. He absolutely missed that one. So an 11-point lead going at halftime. Ja's actually been playing pretty well in the first half. The assists on where I want him to be, but the points, they've been pretty good for once. So things in the second half are getting a little bit out of hand. Right now, Minnesota is getting blown out worse than we got blown out in that first game. I mean, this is not even close right now. We don't want to rest on our laurels. It would be incredibly easy to lose this one, and I do not want that one to happen. So Ja's going in. I don't really know what that was. Charles Bassey, though, basically the garbage man, and we got ourselves some more points. I can't front. The way we played in game 1, I was about to say, yo, we're about to get sweeped, and this is going to be the most embarrassing thing I've done on YouTube in a really long time. But right now, at least for the moment, I'm feeling pretty good. Ooh, this game is looking like a wrap. Ingram with the dish. McDaniels with the soul taken. Minnesota's trying to make a comeback. They're down 14 here late in the game, and I feel like they might actually get pretty close. So we've got a pretty solid lead here. Ja's pushing it up. Got the ball to Bassey. Bassey with a nice little drop step in. A solid game for him all around. Puts it up from 15 and rebounded by McDaniels. It's a big rebound by McDaniels, and I think basically, oh, he just tried to kill Andrew Wiggins. There's like no time on the clock, and he tried to kill him. I don't even care that we gave up the dunk. McDaniels with the game well out of hand. Just try to kill a man, and we're gonna get a cheap little bucket. We've never had that pass work until literally now. Really, 2K? Really? So this game was tough, but I'm really excited to know that we got a victory at home in the playoffs. The series was looking grim. It was looking bleak, but all of a sudden it's tied 1-1, and I can't believe that Jaden McDaniels tried to kill a guy at the end of the game, but still, 12-point victory at home at ahead of Minnesota, but feeling pretty optimistic now. So it's safe to say that that game went much more like I wanted the first game to actually go, but in game number 2, Andrew Wiggins, 22, Karl Towns, 22 and 11, much more of his normal self. Tyler Ulis actually gave us the business, 22 and 9, but outside of that, the usual suspects did nothing. And oh, remember the guy in the first game, Josh Okogie, that killed us? Didn't even play today. I'm going to explain that. On our side, the lineup changes absolutely worked, and Nico Mannion, he had him on the bench in the first game as the 6th man, then he came in this game, 26 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, only 2 turnovers. To me, he was the biggest spark of the game. We got to keep him in the starting lineup for game number 2. So Brandon Ingram, 21, 4, 3, 2, 2, and 2. I mean, that is unreal. Charles Bassey, 21 and 16 with 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. The dude was incredible. McDaniels didn't have a breakout performance for a ton of points, but 19, 9, and 3. I'm here for that. Ja Morant, 18 points, 8 rebounds. Most importantly, 14 assists and only 3 turnovers. That's the Ja Morant we need if we're going to make a big play in the playoffs.